Hello everyone, Hummus28 here, and today we're back with more DeceasedCraft. So, I spent quite a long time looking for amethyst and couldn't find any. But then I realized, through the power of capitalism, my problems could be solved. So I built a cartographer, and he sells spy glasses. And then using those spy glasses, I was able to expand our little corner here with the turrets. So now we have a row of gun turrets here, and I'm setting up the chem thrower turrets on this side, because I did realize I have a problem with the gun turrets, and that is crafting turret ammunition requires a blueprint we don't have. So I can't actually power these guys. But the chem thrower can run off of biodiesel. Why is this empty? Huh? Empty, empty, empty. Did I just not fill it up? I could have swore I filled it up. Because biodiesel is something I can produce in a pretty large quantity. So we're going to need a item drain, a fluid pump, and some pipes to pipe it in to those turrets. So we're going to need one pump. An item drain. And then our pipes. Along with a switch. Slash lever. So this one should be a lot easier to set up. I was a bit worried about using them because I thought it'd be pretty tedious having to make sure they're filled up on fuel. But because I can use biodiesel, it should be pretty simple. Because we're just going to connect these guys here. We're going to need, let's see, we're going to put you here, item drain, engineer's hammer, lever, like this. Fluid input, fluid output, we need one more. I heard something moving. Connect it like that, hit the switch, and now we can pour the biodiesel in here. It flows out very quickly. And this is 10,000 millibuckets, so that's 10 buckets of fuel. And we can come over here. Each one holds 4,000, so we have a 16,000 capacity. So the first two should be almost full, 26, 26. Okay, it split it pretty evenly. And now they just need power. It's going to be the same setup, so we're just going to need one high voltage transformer, 4 connectors, and the relays. One transformer, the relays, the wire coils, the insulated wire coils, and we're going to need the connectors. Should be everything we need here. And because the Horde Night only comes every 7 days, don't have to worry too much. So I don't want to jump. We're going to do here, 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 and here. We're going to put it over here with these guys. Keep it tidy. MV wire coil. Oh, we need a high voltage coil cable as well. Luckily we have just one left over. Send it right there. And I need to turn this actually. Like so. Like this. Ow! Not sure what hit me. It briefly scared me. Okay, and then we need our insulated cable. Because I need to build on top of this, which is why I built this little outline here. Like that. See, I don't want to touch any cable. Like so, and then you just connect it up here. So then these can all be uninsulated. And then, ooh, okay, this one will have to be uninsulated as well. Just make sure not to touch it. And now they're full up. So now we can come over here. Let's see, what's the range on these guys? I feel like they should be attacking this guy, but if he's too far, we can come over here. You see it starts working. Stuff's getting shocked. Can't even see it. Random panda. But now I'm wondering what the range on this is. Because if I need to put it lower so they can see it. Because the engineer workbook didn't really say. So if you just come over here to turrets, they're the next step in your automated defense. They feature a complex optical system. All of them feature energy turrets at the base. Oh, they need a redstone signal to be active, although this behavior can be inverted by using the screwdriver. So if I come over here, grab my screwdriver. I should be able to make it. So instead of having to just click it on, so now it should be active. It doesn't say. Not inverted, 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 and inverted. Okay, so now they should just be working all the time. Of course, we're going to need another zombie to come by to test that theory. So let's see if I can bring one over. Let's see if it works. Blood moon rises. This is the perfect time. Because now this corner of the base is heavily defended, and this is where the bulk of them seem to be coming from. But we have to actually see if it works. Grab our torches so we can have more light out here. They do spew fire, so that should put some light as well. But we're gonna have to attract a zombie. So let's see if we can't find one. Don't think the fly will count. And I think some of the terrain is busted from the zombies that dig. Let's see. We can't find a zombie to test this real quick. I think I see eyes of one over there. No. Oh, here we go. I should be able to bring this guy over here. Yes, yes, come here. Come hither, friend. Okay, there's one coming. So let's see if this works. Okay, he's approaching. They're not doing anything. Okay, perhaps I still have to do... Maybe I misunderstand Because I thought if I switch it to inverted, it will just turn on. But maybe it still requires a signal. Let's see. Redstone. Grab a torch. Otherwise, I might just have to dig down and then put it to ground level. Because this should be working. Maybe they just can't look down, that's the issue. Which would be pretty sad, because I was hoping like this, they would see the zombies coming and then shoot from a distance. But if that's not the case, then I'll have to build it down into the wall. Okay, let me deal with these guys. Because if it's like that, then I'll have to put it down here. Which I can do, because I can just bring the power down. It's just not as cool looking as I wanted it to be. Let's see, so we'll just have to do like right here. And then I'll need more pipes, that way I can just drop the oil from up here. And just do it like a tiered system, I think. Because all they need is power, which we can do from the top. Alright, let me jump into a creative world and make sure before I do anything drastic. And we're back. From my testing, it seems like the turrets can really only shoot at something that's 2 blocks below them. So either I have to, let's see, let's close this back up. So solutions are, we build a platform that's 2 below, that way they can walk up, or I just move this down. It is quite effective at killing zombies, from what I saw. Although, it consumes fuel at a massive rate. So I'll have to make sure it's stockpiled really high. Because I tested it with 4 and with the normal horde. It did chew through all of the fuel extremely fast. So since it can only shoot 2 below, I would have to put them all like on this line here. In order to make it work. I could still put the fuel up there so the fuel will just come down, and then the cabling could just come down as well. Or I could just spread them out further, because they are highly effective, but the range is not that big. So instead of putting them so close, it might be better just to space them out so they have wider coverage, which is what I believe I'll do. So I'm gonna destroy these, take these out. Let's see, I think I dropped one. And we're gonna use this spacing, but we're gonna space them out. So instead of just having all 4 of them up here, we'll put one here. We'll put one here. We'll put one. Let's see. Let's balance this part out here. The zombie pathfinding is quite interesting. I'm not sure how it gets controlled. So 1, 2. Oh, it's not good. Cut the cable. Here. And then we'll put one more up here on this line. Oh, can't put the torch there, it's in the way. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, and then the last one will go here. Which of course means we're going to need more cables and more pipes, because now the pipes will have to reach from here to these ones there. Oh, here comes a zombie now. Let's see, so this one's going to go right here. Oh, this one I'll need a turn, actually. Should be able to turn it with the hammer. Guess not. Turn you around. We're gonna dig into the wall here. So I need the output, the input of the fluid to be in the back. Like so. So we're gonna need pipes going in through the wall here. So it's gonna be pipe like that. So let's connect these first. And then let's craft some pipes. See, half a stack should suffice. Let's connect it here. I'll also need to build a bigger tank because just manually filling this will not be enough from what my testing revealed. Huh, what is that? What are you? Oh, zombie sheep. There. Come in here. And then the last one. Can't get in. Like so. Looks like for these deeper ones, ow, don't want to put it there. That mod is a bit helpful at times, but sometimes it places it in the complete wrong spot. Okay, it looks like that's enough. Let's close up the wall. And luckily the turrets are smart, so they shouldn't shoot me. So now we can just connect here, 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 and then the last one right here. Ah, we're just short. Now these turrets do run on a variety of fuels, but I think that biodiesel will be the cheapest to use it on, just because it doesn't interfere with the rest of this. So let's go ahead and connect these. Probably would have been easier to connect it from up there first. So this one will be the most dangerous. This one here. And I should just be able to reach it from up here, I think. And then the last one is going to go right here. Now they got the electricity, now they just need the fuel. And then like this, he can reach two below, so, ow, the cable. Takes out so much of your health. Gotta be careful with that. And where is my jerry can? Here we go. Let's fill this up. Is that? Yeah, some of these cables, probably not great decision. Some of it is really dangerous. Should have put it higher. So we could just take more biodiesel here. And then this is pretty easy to make. It's just ethanol and seed oil. Let's dump this in here. Just to put some fuel in. I think I have some more, yeah, more ethanol in here. And then I have more seed oil in the basement. And as the name suggests, you just need seeds in a presser to press the oil out. So let's grab some seeds from our farmer. And our presser is over here. Our squeezer. So let's get into work. Pretty slow process by the looks of it. But we don't have to do this too often. And then that should fill out our traps and defenses. And you can see these are the other fuels as well. I don't believe the type of fuel really matters too much for the machine. And they can use naphtha, gasoline, biodiesel, napalm, and benzene. You would think maybe that like napalm would work the best, but it doesn't seem like it really makes any difference whatsoever. Let's fill that up. Put the rest in here. So now it's using the plant oil and the ethanol to produce biodiesel. I don't know why you need the nitrate dust in here. I thought it said you need that, but it doesn't actually look like it uses it. Yeah, it says you need this, so it's 8 to 8 to produce 16. So it's a 1:1 ratio. But the nitrate dust doesn't get used, so I'm not actually sure what the point of it is. But this will really need a bigger tank, because the internal capacity of each one was 4,000, I believe. And that does not turn out to be enough. I'm going to need a bigger tank just so they can keep firing for longer periods of time. Which means we're going to need some of those to build a tank. And then I could just pipe it out, I guess. Just run a pipe the length of this. Because it comes out, this is the input side. Or it has two input sides, I think. One pipe there, one here. Yeah, it comes out the back over here. So I could just pipe it out to run along the wall. And then put the storage over here. So I think that'll work. Let's do that. So let's grab some tanks. Let's see, fluid tank. We have two. I want at least a 2x2. And then we're gonna need the pipes. Which means we need the iron sheets. Which requires a hammer. See, that should be enough for the foreseeable future, because I think we need like a stack and a half. So we're just going to put the tank right here, because that holds 32,000. And then we're just going to pipe it over here. And as you can see, now it's filling with the biodiesel. Let's finish doing this. Actually, I can't take it out. Just get rid of that for now. And then we can connect it here. So now they should have a pretty good backup. Since that's 32,000, that's the equivalent of putting 2 times the amount of storage on those guys. But now I just have to empty this jerry can, which I think you can do the dirty ways just like this. And then it's empty. Because we'll need to get more of this ethanol and keep this one filled up over here. We do have a lot of ethanol. It's going to need more seed oil. That's in the basement, but that should go as ample supply for the flamer turrets. So let's see when the next horde is coming. Do have 8 days, more than enough time. That's only 83. That was what, 3 stacks of seeds? So we're gonna need even more seeds for the seed oil, by the looks of it. Luckily we do have more than enough seeds from our farms. And then any excess from here goes to fuel my drill. Okay, now for the last step, before I forget, we're going to need our engineer's screwdriver. I should really put some blocks here. But if I put one here, I think, okay, I'll have to go lower right here. Just because I don't want to accidentally jump and then electrocute myself. If you go over here, is that by default these require, why don't you have power? Okay, well we can turn these on first, not inverted. Oh, they have to be inverted. So they must have saved that. Ignite the fluid. Ignite the fluid. I wonder, I'm not sure why the biodiesel amount is jumping like that. That's odd. Because it should just be going out. Yeah, input, output. Oh. That would do it. So we need to break this one. Like so. That's why. Because the pump was pulling from here, but also pulling from there. It's stuck in a loop. And here we go. There's no connection here. So this is the medium voltage. We're going to need one more medium voltage cable. EMV cable. Like so. So now it should be powered. And we can test the functionality by bringing a zombie over. So let's see if we can find one. We just walk over this way. Should we be able to get the attention of one? I guess it was a blood moon the last night. But we just need to get one of them to spawn and then walk on over. Oh, I hear it. Where is he? Okay, looks like it's a little fox. Come here. Yeah, keep on coming. I need you to test my defenses. Okay, so let's see if this works. Nice. Works flawlessly. Let's fix up some of the flooring here. I'm assuming a lot of these random holes are from the zombies digging, but I can't be sure. But looks like it works perfectly. As they approach, the flame turrets turn on, and they start blasting. What I would like to do is get more Tesla turrets, like just along the entire expanse of the outside, because they don't require any fuel. Except for electricity, but because they need a redstone signal to turn on, and you don't want to just leave it on all the time, I think I'll give it a rest for now. Otherwise, I think I'd have to do some kind of like redstone under the ground, just so we don't have the cabling going everywhere. But I'm thinking, what was that? Saw the guy over here. Maybe if you do the connectors on each side, maybe that'll continue to push the redstone signal. Otherwise, I might just have to do like another ring on the outside to drop the cable down. But most of the zombies seem to come from this side anyway, so this should be good enough for now. We'll just need to start getting bullets for these guys, but the only way we can do that is venturing into the wasteland and finding those blueprints. But we do have these two big buildings to search for next. Oh, did not mean to go that far out. Because to complete our Seeking the Cure, we're going to need to locate information at the hospital and the military. These are the last two we need. And then we need to get these two here, the X Factor and the key card. Find it in the laboratory. And I believe the laboratory is that big building over here. I believe this is the laboratory. This huge 3x5 building. And it should also have a ton of loot as well. But we accomplished a lot this episode, set up some more defenses. Anyways, I'll probably upgrade our gear to netherite, just because I've kept that at diamond for a while, but now that we have a lot of it, as you see, we have 53 scrap. Oh, we should also use this nether star, actually, because I forgot, nether star, that this is actually useful for building the universal block reinforcer. You could also make a beacon. I'm not sure how useful that would be. But the block reinforcer is important. What is this? Oh, it's saying what you can put mending on. Mending, unbreaking. To reinforce the blocks. So let's build that. We have all the parts for it. The universal block enforcer, level 1. It says level 1, so it makes it sound like there should be like another version. but I guess not. But then it lets you upgrade the blocks to a higher tier. It does say you can enchant it, so I might just be able to pop it into our crafting table. I mean, enchanting table. No, not like that. So you'll just have to use a book, I guess, to get unbreaking and mending. Let's see, what do you sell again? Where are you? Efficiency, punch, looting, reclaimed. I do need this, so I'm gonna need 4 blocks of money. Because we need to upgrade our P90. See what you got now. Fortune 3 and efficiency 3. It's pretty good. Combine the books to reclaim 2. Put our SMG for reclaimed. And there we go. We're a lot stronger. And let's see, I should be able to just put cobble in here with this, right? How does it work? Reinforcer. Security craft. So do you just right click it? Let me see. Oh, you just right click with the you right click this. So if you do that, you can make it. And then you get reinforced cobble. But it looks like, ooh. Can I repair this? Does not look like I can without mending. And okay, look at that. It's extremely tough. How do can I break it at all? Do I have to like hold shift or something? Okay, no, so this block is just stuck here. But as you can see, it's extremely durable, and that's what we're gonna wanna need. I guess it doesn't really matter what block we use, which is nice, but because it does take another star, I'm going to wanna get unbreaking, and the only way you can get mending is getting this guy up to master, and then praying that he gives it to you as an option to buy. Let's see, at security craft, there must be a way to pick it up, right? Oh, okay, so not that. Code breaker, what is this? Only has 5 uses. Briefcase. Yeah, I'm not sure how we'd be able to break this. Probably should have placed it somewhere else. We'll figure that out another time. Anyways, I'm your host, Thomas28, and we'll see you next time.